everyone, and welcome to the 2021 United Nations International Day of Peace celebration. We're at Lake Chabot for the 4th annual United Nations International Day of Peace. It's a celebration that's been going on since 1991 worldwide, but the Park District embraced it 4 years ago. And we've embraced it and made it bigger and better every year.
When I think about today's theme around peace, there's no more important time for us to be focused on international peace. As I am often reminded of a great quote that says that the eyes of the future are looking back on us and praying that we look past our time. And that's what we have to do. We have to understand that this is our moment and this is our time to be kind to one another, to support one another, and to value all of the differences that we bring.
I'm just going to quickly read a quote that came from the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres a couple days ago for the International Day of Peace. He says, "We need peace to level the playing field and reduce inequalities, to renew trust in one another in faith and facts and science. We need to make peace with nature to heal our planet, build a green economy, and achieve our net zero targets. Peace is not a naive dream, but a light in the darkness, guiding us to the only pathway to a better future for humanity. Let's walk the pathway of peace as if our lives depended on it, because they do." Thank you.
If you don't feel good in your body, it's hard to be nice and non-disagreeable. So I want to show you guys 2 quick movements that you can do to make your body feel good, and you let me know if I can achieve that. So have everybody stand up real quick. Squeeze in and open up. Good morning, sunshine. That helps with your lower back. The other one here is lateral flexion right here. What you're going to do is just take your hands down by your thighs here, and you're going to just move your hips. The key is push your hips out to one side and back up, and the other side, back in, on the other side, out, back in. So the body can feel that nice release in your body. Hopefully that will allow us to be much better.
There had been 4 harmonious friends. Maybe you have a picture in your mind of who they might have been. I'm going to show you a picture of them. 4 animals. Now these 4 animals live near a great tree, like the big trees here. They were a bird, a rabbit, a monkey, and an elephant. This tree was full of fruit on every branch, and many animals lived from the tree and took care of the tree, including these 4, who didn't know each other. They all did their own thing. And all was good until the tree, being so well taken care of, grew and grew until that poor little bird was too small to reach the fruit, even on the lowest branch. What will I do? What will I do? I'll ask for help. So she went to ask her other bird friends, but they couldn't help. They were in the same problem. They were so small. So she looked, and there came a rabbit. She'd never talked to a rabbit before. She didn't know about rabbits, but she said, "Please help me." And the rabbit said, "Of course. If you get on my back, you'll be able to reach." And that's what she did. And so she had enough food, but also she made sure every time she took one fruit, she gave one to the rabbit. And so they both lived with plenty of food, and all was well until that tree grew taller. And now even the 2 of them couldn't reach. Oh dear, what will we do? What will we do? What will they do? Ask for help. And there they saw this animal coming fast and furious. It was this monkey. It was a little scary, but "Will you help us?" "I can," said the monkey, "because I can jump up. That's how I get the fruit. I jump high, and I'll just share with you." And that's what they did. And all was well until the tree grew even taller. And now even Monkey was not strong and tall enough to get the fruit. Oh, what will we do? What will we do? What will we do? Let's asked for help. And they looked around, and there came the biggest, scariest animal they had ever seen, this big elephant. Will you help us? Will you help us? And the elephant said, of course I will, and bent down and said, monkey, if you get on my back, and then rabbit, if you get on monkey's back, and then bird, if you get on rabbit's back, we'll all be able to reach. And that's what they did. And they all lived in peace and harmony with plenty to eat. And they taught other animals, who taught other animals, and finally even the human beings caught on in this kingdom and started to copy how the animals lived in harmony. And that's how peace and harmony came. And so what we're going to ask you to do now is we're going to give you a chance to share your ideas in a small group. And so in groups of 3 or 4, we're going to ask you to share how you can, like these animals, spread peace by giving and asking for help and things that you can do.
And I've learned through life that you have to, it's almost like pick your battles, and therefore you keep that energy with, you, and that's what spread the real peace.
So she resolved the situation peacefully. She didn't add any drama, and she included the teacher to help her resolve. That's good. To resolve her problem. That's not so
We'd like it if there's 1 or 2 groups where someone would come up and tell something that you said or you heard in your group.
Something that we talked about in our group was putting peace into our conduct, and not only doing our one kind deed for the day, but really putting it into everything that we do and putting peace and purpose into all of our actions.
One thing that we talked about in our groups is using peace not only with others, but within ourselves as well. Really using that aspect of peace and nonviolence in, like Itzel said, in what we do every day. Simple things like smiling at people, opening doors for people. It's really a great thing. Even the smallest things can really make peace a better aspect in this world.
We have several concepts. One is that we all agree with one of the speakers about ego, and also that brings us to the point of when you lose your ego, you need to be aware of people around you, not only to share, but also to see who needs help. And so that brings about community. It makes you aware of your surroundings and the people who actually need help, and also to give help when you can, and also to in this day and age to stand up when you see injustice.
We had people come and speak about their interpretations of peace, from faith groups to wonderful young people from the Martin Luther King Jr. Freedom Center in Oakland.
The United Nations General Assembly established the International Day of Peace in 1981. 2 decades later, the General Assembly voted to designate the International Day of Peace as a period of non-violence and ceasefire. The history of our world shows the power of non-violence and ability to create change through transformed non-conformists. American society produces people who do not want to conform, but for their own selfish reasons. Transform means to be a model for how to live, and non-violent non-conformists convey the courage to be different and work hard towards bettering our world. Non-violence is not only a philosophy, but a way of life. America is engaged in a battle for the soul of the nation. nonviolence, an active form of resistance, understands the necessity to put all of our problems and solutions into the context of our current reality. It is that declaration of war against the forces of evil and injustice that works to create long-term systemic solutions. This battle requires long-timers and short-termers, and everyone is welcomed. Constructing peace is on the shoulders of dedicated individuals with an eagerness to struggle and sacrifice for a stronger democracy and a peaceful world. Thank you.
Peace means creating a world that is more equitable, making sure that everyone has access to the resources that you need to succeed. Peace means a world that is more inclusive, listening to everyone's voices. Peace means creating a world that is more sustainable, putting an end to rapid climate change, and taking action to give back to our Mother Nature. Peace means creating a healthier world, ensuring that we take care of each other. Peaceful world requires us to be more creative, build resilience, and transform ourselves. Peace is the existence of justice for all people. Dr. King teaches about the World House, where we all live in peace, without the threat of violence, guns, war, hate, and greed. This requires a drastic change to ourselves. It is no longer enough to say that we hate war and violence, but we must live our lives embedded in peace. Peace is not just what we want to see. It is a path that we must take. We need to connect with our families and put down our cell phones and devices and pick up one another. Get involved in our communities, participate in our culture, and be active in our lives. Transform our world neighborhood into a worldwide brotherhood. Ensure that we live together as a family, and so we do not perish as fools. Peace is not what we want to see. It is a path that we must take. Thank you.
Peace is defined as freedom from disturbance, a state of tranquility. It is a global objective, and its presence or absence affects everyone on the planet. Thinking about peace and what it means for everybody in the world feels very overwhelming, especially as a kid. How do I make the whole world peaceful? But then I thought, what if I make a choice for peace in my personal bubble? And what if I choose to respect and show compassion to the people I come in contact with? And then what if they show those things to the people they come in contact with? And what if instead of germs and bad vibes, we all just spread love and understanding? I believe it can work. Songwriters Jill Jackson and Cy Miller wrote "Let There Be Peace on Earth and Let It Begin With Me." Today, I challenge you to be the center for peace in your circle of influence. Stand up for what is just and fair, but do it with compassion. Words and actions are like tossing pebbles into still water. They have a ripple effect. Make your ripples about peace and kindness, and let's all take good care of each other.
Today, we are gathered here to celebrate the unveiling of our community's Peace Pole. The Peace Pole project was started in Japan by Masahisa Goi in the 1900s. The Peace Pole is a structure that displays the theme of peace. It was first made because of the destruction caused by World War II and the atomic bombs that fell on Hiroshima and Nagasaki to promote the message of peace. Since then, the peace movement has greatly grown. And today, we are gathered here to celebrate another International Day of Peace. Woo! As we work towards peace, we must examine ourselves. We must bridge the gap between our inner realm and our outer realm. Our inner realm is our religion. It is our culture. It is our conscience. On the other hand, our outer realm is what we are surrounded by. It is our electronics, it is our jobs, materialistic things. Our inner realm wants peace, but our outer realm is focused on military and controlling the world. Our inner realm recognizes that we are all brothers and sisters in this world, and that what affects one directly affects all indirectly. Our inner realm recognizes that my shoes and my clothes were made by someone else. And our inner realm works to help each other and take care of one another. This is peace. Peace means coming with other people and celebrating together. It means leaving our material items behind and building human relationships. Peace is building a world family. Thank you.
We're going to move over to the peace pole. I hope you all know about the peace pole. We're going to unveil that. I know this looks like a big rocket and we're not going to launch it, but we are going to unveil the peace pole.
The peace pole has 31 languages on it. So these are the languages
We're honored to be invited to provide the language Chocheño, our first people here. As you see, we brought a smudge so we could begin the ceremony in a positive way, cleanse the atmosphere, and have good thoughts and good vibes out here. I've asked former Councilwoman Gloria Gomez, she's also on the language committee with me, to read the translation.
Horshetuhi Kanak Rakat Gloria Ariano Gomez, Kanak former Councilwoman, Moek Maloney Tribe. San Francisco Bay Area Tak. Akoit Makwaret, Mani Makiswe. Hello, my name is Gloria Gomez. I'm a former councilwoman for the Moek Maloney Tribe. Welcome to our ancestral homeland. I will be reading it's this in our native Chocheño language. It's right here. It's Pishin, Kiti, Kaye, Piretka. May peace prevail on earth. Kishochekinan, thank you and God bless.
This day was very significant for us because as the Moek Maloney tribal people, we are peaceful people. We have embraced our community. We have built relationships with schools and universities and institutions and cities. And so this just complements the work that we do. And we're blessed to be here with our children as we teach them our traditional ways and as we speak our language and as we show the community that we, the Moek Maloney people, are alive and thriving, as Monica said, here in our community. And it's just a blessing to be able to be here to participate in such a significant day.
This is the only peace pole known to have Chocheño language on it. So it's really important for us, and we're so happy that we could contribute to the peace pole in the Chocheño language.
I hope that people will be able to live peace. We had everybody take the peace pledge. The peace pledge was a group effort, a collaborative effort between some of our partners to pledge to what we want to do to create peace and how we can create peace and how we can do it in our everyday lives and in our everyday places that we live. You can do daily things, everything you do in your life. We're talking about things you can do every day. If you take a hike in this park, just to say hello to everybody you see. Greet them, be nice to them, treat them well, treat them like you'd want to be treated. Okay. Come this way. It's a beautiful lake. It's an incredible lake. It used to be a water source for East Bay mud. Now it's a reserve water supply. It was built in 1895. 1905, something like that, by Anthony Chabot, and we named it after him. He was an engineer.